That's why I had to split it up. I had too much, my storage was getting full, so I'm just gonna start back at the beginning. Again, like I was saying, asparagus, peppers, and whatever that is that smells good, I might use it for spices. All still growing up, all nice and green. I still gotta do something with it. I haven't decided what. I might just slap it in the ground and call it good. Yeah, come over here and you can see they're shy. You'll catch some movement of the bugs flying on. There's a bug hanging right there. Some bugs up to some flies, other pollinators. That's why I like the Queen Anne's lace. This is all going to be wood chips. I'm going to push the garden back right to that tree. Leave the middle part and put more flowers in between to encourage pollinators. And then what I might do is take a drill and drill holes into one of those trees for the bees to come and hang out and make like a bee hotel. Or I might just find a big piece of wood about as thick as that out in the woods and do the same thing. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna put wood chips, like I said, all the way back there, push it back nice and wide, give me more space to play with. I'm gonna clear those little trees out, cut them down. I don't want those growing up. The pumpkin I threw in under the hydrangea is doing excellent. Last week I did this, so that's great growth in such a short amount of time. The spaghetti squash I cut open and threw the seeds in here has started coming up. I put seeds all through there, and that's what's come up. So not a strong germination rate in comparison to there might be more coming. Who knows? If not, whatever, because it was an unplanned plant. I just threw it in there to see what would happen. The amaranth has grown a little bit, not exponentially. It needs to adapt to the soil. And I think we'll see more growth next week. I put that in, not even a week ago. Finally. Sweet Williams died off. It'll come back next year. So you can see that one pink flower still there. Here's the rest of it that I transplanted off from right here. Another pollinator hanging out. If you can see him flying around, I don't know. I can't tell because it's sunny and I can't see the video I'm taking. I plan to put a few more things right here, some herbs that'll come up quick. Underneath the hydrangea, I think I've already shown a video, but I'm just going to keep showing it because it's beautiful. And look at that. Get past the wood chips, and it's just a nice, soft, beautiful black soil, moist, cool. Love it. And that's what eventually, once I can get some roots established in my garden, that's what the soil is going to look like all through it. It's going to be nice and black and rich. I tested that soil. It's great compared to the garden. I'll probably fertilize. I'll probably get some compost and throw it on top this fall. And then try and get some apple trees in there, or maybe find some hydrangea bushes and move them over in there. I don't know. I want roots in my garden because they're natural tillers. This is all going to be wood chips all the way out to here, to that base of that tree, all the way around. I'm going to this is a nice shaded area. It doesn't get a lot of sun. I'm going to try and grow portobellas and other delicious mushrooms over here. I might go out in the woods and find a log with some moss on it and bring it back and see if I can find a reishi mushroom. That's early spring. They're pretty hard to find, but if you do, you can get the spores and start growing them yourself. Chanterelles, I can probably find those in the woods. Those are pretty easy to find. They're native to Maine and they're good eats as well. And they're a nice wild mushroom for foragers. This rose bush, it's needed love that it never got. It got too big and it's just been dying every year off. It should be much more full even now, even though the flowers have gone by. It should be much fuller than it is. But if you can see, the root system's kind of funny because there's the tree and the roots go all the way out to here. And as you can see, little thorns. That's a little rose bush that's coming up right there. And there's some more in here that came up. I saw one lone rose sticking up right here. I think you could see where it was right there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's got thorns on it. That was the one. It's kind of funny. It's just straight up and there's a rose on top. I'm going to clear all this out and put hostas in here and other plants that like shade. Just get this cleaned up and nice looking so you can see through it and just make it more bearable. I'll move some of this stuff over here called Snow on the Mountain, which grows like wildfire on its own. As you can see here, got some Queen Anne's lace too that I can pull out, and I'll thin it back, or I'll move a bunch of it over there to call it good, so I can put more stuff in here. Because if you look at, if I can get down here where it's shaded, pull some of these out. Just purpose of this video. They smell good too. A nice smell about them. As you can see, they provide some covering, so this never gets watered and they grow fine. It's not damp, but it's pretty easy to dig. It's not as easy as under the hydrangea, that's for sure. But these roots don't go nearly as deep, so. But it's drier down here, but it's still got a layer of wetness. Once there's wood chips under there, it'll do its own thing on its own. I won't even have to think about it. It never gets watered in, and they always grow back. Just like the rhubarb here, that'll grow back better next year and better the next year, and I'll have to move it, or I don't know. I plan to take all these wood chips back it all right up in here, out to that. We don't know what it is. We've tried to figure it out. My mom had a few ideas, but I'm not entirely sure. Lonnie thinks it's an almond bush. I don't know. It grows little flowers. It's pretty. Last year it was almost dead. I put the wood chips around it and trimmed it, and it's come right back, just like those hydrangeas. Wood chips all the way from that to this dead tree to the lilac bush behind it, and just make it flush and give me a lot more space for my garden next year. So I'll have more to work with, and eventually have out in the field for the corn and everything that wants full sun, because it's just straight sun out there, and that's the best place for it. So yeah, I think that's it. Enjoy.